Hello and welcome to AG Zone. In this video, we'll be discussing about our small intestine. Firstly, some of the basics. As you may have already known, there are three parts of small intestine: duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. Duodenum is the only part where digestion occurs. Rest, ileum, and jejunum are there for the absorption of digested materials. So, all the reaction I may mention are with respect to duodenum. So firstly talk about digestion in small intestine. Digestion in small intestine start with various type of movements generated by the muscular layer of small intestine. These movements help in thorough mixing up of food with various secretion from the small intestine, therefore facilitates the digestion. Further, the duodenum part of the small intestine receive three type of juices, namely bile, pancreatic and intestinal juices. In this, the pancreatic and bile juice are released by the hepatopancreatic duct. In this, the pancreatic juices contain inactive enzymes like trypsinogen, chymotrypsinogen, procarboxypeptidase, amylase, lipase, and nuclease. Except these, an enzyme is also released by the intestinal mucosa named enterokinase, which activate trypsinogen and convert it into active trypsin. Trypsin then convert or activate other enzymes in the pancreatic juices. Bile released in duodenum contain four things. These are bile pigments, bile salt, cholesterol, and phospholipids. Bile pigments like bilirubin and biliverdin. It does not contain any kind of enzyme. Bile do two more things. First, the emulsification of fats means converting them into smaller pieces or micelles. Second, bile also activate lipase. Lipase then helps in the breakdown of fats. After this, let's talk about the intestinal mucosal epithelium, which is the innermost layer of intestine. This layer has goblet cells which secrete mucus. The secretion of the goblet cells along with the brushboard cells of intestine release the intestinal juices or succus intrincus. Succus intrincus is the another name of intestinal juices. Now let's see what does it contain. These juices contain a variety of enzymes like disaccharide, dipeptide, lipase, nucleosidase, etc. The mucus, along with the bicarbonate from the pancreas, protect the intestinal mucosa from the acid and also provides an alkaline medium of pH 7.8 for other enzymatic activities. There is another gland which helps in this protection named Brunner's gland. This gland is located in the second layer, which is submucosal layer of intestine. Now let's come to the reactions. By these reactions, the proteins, polysaccharide, fats, nucleic acid are partially digested or broken down into simpler food for absorption. Now let's come to the proteins, including the partially hydrolyzed proteins like peptones or peptides present in chyme are then digested by the proteolytic enzyme. For example, proteolytic enzyme like trypsin, chymotrypsin, carboxypeptidase convert the protein into dipeptides. Similarly, polysaccharides are also converted into disaccharide in the presence of amylase, and fats are converted into diglyceride and monoglyceride with the help of lipase. Finally, nucleic acid is converted into nucleotides and then to nucleoside in the presence of nuclease. The end product of all these reactions will be further digested into absorbable form. These steps of digestion occur very close to the epithelium of the intestine. In the final step, all the partially digested molecules like dipeptide, maltose, lactase will be converted into absorbable form like amino acid, glucose, glyceride, fructose, sugar, and fatty acids. These will be absorbed in the ileum and jejunum part of the intestine, and rest undigested part will be pushed on to the large intestine. That was all about the intestine. If you like this video, consider subscribing.